Biodiversity part 2. Conservation. What do you mean by conservation? Conservation, that is the protection of the different types of the organism in a particular area, is known as the conservation. And the biodiversity conservation is of two types: in situ conservation and ex situ conservation. The organism in situ conservation, the organism which are protected in their natural habitat, is known as the in situ conservation. There are few categories through which the animals can be protected, or the organism can be protected. The one is the protected area, the second is the biosphere reserve. It is divided into the three groups, and the third one is the sacred forest and the lakes. The ex situ conservation. The communities or organisms which are protected in the area instead of their natural habitat. There are some strategies for the ex situ conservation. The first one is the botanical garden, zoological park, pollen and seed bank, tissue culture, gene bank, or the DNA bank. Here is some description of the species which we have already discussed, but you must know about the threatened species, endangered species, extinct species, rare species, vulnerable species, etc. That is given. What do you mean by hotspot? It occurs richest and the most threatened resources of the plant and the animal. Number of endemic species, degree of threatened due to the habitat loss. Not only the habitat loss but also the fire, etc. There are 5 hotspots throughout the world. 25 hotspots throughout the world. In India, only the 2 spots are there. That is the western and the eastern Himalayas. There are these areas are rich in flowering plant and the animals such as the reptiles, amphibians, butterfly, etc. Here is a national park. The national park are the protected area of the certain area which are maintained by the government and the reserve for the betterment for wildlife. The area is protected from the grazing animals, forestry habitat manipulation, and also cultivation is not allowed. There are 85 national parks in India. They occupy about 1% of the geographical area. The many wild animals are reserved in the national park for the welfare, such as the tiger, lion, elephant, deer, etc. rhinoceros. What do you mean by sanctuaries? These are these areas of the land which with or without the lake is known as the sanctuaries. Wild animals are well maintained for the conservation and protection of the threatened species as well as for the migratory birds. Hunting is not allowed. Other activities like the collection of the forest product, harvesting of timber, etc. are allowed. There are 448 sanctuaries in India. They occupied 33.2% of the geographical area. Next one is what is gene bank? Gene bank, wildlife reserve, or a gene bank for breeding, improved variety in agriculture, animal husbandry, and fisheries. 40% of the food plants are domesticated for wildlife. Tropical plant. Many gene bank is established for the improved varieties and disease resistant in many places of the world, including India. Some of the species which are protected through the gene bank some are the examples of the gene bank. The Oryza nivera, that is rice, IRI 36, rice, wild corn, maize, sugarcane, that is the Saccharum spontaneum, etc. Thank you.